This is part 3 of our interview with Vicki Kline, who's running for Portage County Commissioner. Vicki, as we were saying in the last segment, the Portage County Tea Party has endorsed Tommy Joe for Portage County Commissioner. Let's start with, why do you think they endorsed her?
I think because she's a Republican. That's the bottom line. They say forget the D's and the R's, but it just seems like they've forgotten the D's. That's the only reason I can think of. I don't know.
Last week, and I'm getting this from a press release that they sent to the media, they had sent a letter to Sheriff David Doak, as well as Portage County Prosecutor Victor Vellucci, claiming that they have a photograph of some gentlemen who may or may not be wearing county uniforms placing signs for your campaign on folks' yards. How do you respond to that?
Well, when I was first called about that, I had not seen the letter, had not seen anything of it, but when I was told it was on Route 43 on Sunday afternoon, I knew it was probably my two oldest sons, because that's where they were. And David, my oldest son, had called and said that she was trailing them, and I didn't think a whole lot about it. I said, well, maybe she's just out looking for sign locations, or I said, just go about your business. He said, so she stopped for a while, and he said, then John and I, his brother, just put the sign in. Well, evidently she had taken a picture. She did tell Mike Sever at the Record Courier that she did take the picture and sent it to the Tea Party. This letter went out checking no facts. There was no county time involved, no county equipment, no county anything. My oldest son, David, does work for the county. I've never worked for the county. I have nothing to do with that. But he was on his own time, driving his own vehicle and his own clothes. There was no county clothing. His brother does not work for the county. David is the only one in my family that does work for the county. But I felt that the facts should have been checked a little better before that letter went off. I can understand if they have concerns about county workers putting up county signs. But in my case, none of that has happened. I mean, you have a difficult time getting people to put up signs. My family has done most of my stuff for me, and I have a few dedicated friends that have done things for me, but none of them work for the county. But that's one of the things I'm talking about, sound judgment and jumping to conclusions and things like that. I've had several emails and everything telling me things about my opponent that I should use. I don't want to go there. I just want to run on my qualifications. I don't want to tear her down. I mean, we've all made mistakes, and I just want to run on my qualifications and what I can do for the county. But I can assure you there was nothing county about my sons putting up signs. He had his red truck with him. That was his own truck. That was not in the picture. It was deliberately left out because you could tell it was his own truck. He had a Vote for Vicki Kline magnet on the back.
This next question is just your personal opinion. Knowing that letter went to both the sheriff, the prosecutor, but also a media release sent out to the local media, do you believe there was a genuine concern for breaking the law, or do you think there was a political agenda involved?
I think there was a political agenda involved. I truly do. Because, I don't know how the political system normally works, the questioning, but, the information that I'm getting regarding my opponent, I'm not using it. I'm not even going to her and asking her if it's true, because I just feel I have no political agenda. I just want to be a commissioner, and I want to be a good commissioner. I want to do a good job. I love the people of Portage County. I love living here, and that's what I'm running on, is my qualifications and doing a good job. Serving the people.
I hate to ask this, but you did kind of open the door a second ago. What information have you heard about your opponent that you don't want to share? Well,
that's why I'm not sharing it, because I think it's a personal thing, I mean, I just don't think we should go there.
Okay, let's move on. How's the campaign going?
It's going great. It really is. When that came out in the paper regarding the signs, I got so many calls and so much support. It actually made me cry. It did, because I think people see through this. I mean, I think the Tea Party is trying to throw the baby out with the water. I mean, there's definitely some changes that need to be made, and I'm all for that. But we have to be very careful. I mean, they seem to not want to use government services. They don't want government services until they need them. And you have to look at the whole picture and do things slowly. I mean, I think they're too quick to judge.
Forget about money. Forget about budgeting. If you had all the money in the world, in the Portage County budget, give me 3 things you'd like to change in the county.
Well, obviously, I would like a lot more manufacturing jobs, service jobs, all kinds of jobs in our county, because I think that has to be here. We not only have to look at the cutting, but we have to look at revenue. We have to bring jobs into this county. Social services, I would look into that. That's come a long way in Portage County, but we need to look at the people, the elderly and the children. Those are the ones that are taken advantage of because they can't fend for themselves. They need a voice to speak for them. So I would definitely look at those. And obviously the Sheriff's Department, I mean, they would have more newer equipment, whatever they needed to make them more efficient and effective in what they do.
This has been ePortage's interview with Vicki Kline, Democrat for Portage County Commissioner. Thank you very much.
Thank you.